I've been a Democrat all my life, and starting to see the performative politics, the lies. I feel really on the spot right now. But I also feel like this is one of the only things that I can do. I don't know how else to, you write your representatives and you get canned letters about October 7th. It's just like, it's not heard, we're not, I don't feel heard.
What have you seen this week? Do you think there's been impact? Do you think there's been able to be a message sent towards this convention? Like, people are shouting towards the stadium right now?
Well, I didn't know where we were, so thank you for
love you back.
that.
Right, it's that big there, straight up
No,
there.
man,
Okay, I figured
Yeah.
that was it. I don't know. I was only able to come today. I hope so. I mean, I have what I consume
1 second
just for my own mental health. So, I mean, for me, it's like trying to figure out how to affect change and how to take care of myself at the same time. It's the challenge.
What's
I hope
going
so,
on,
but
chat?
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah,
All right,
from
1
Chicago.
sec. Let me get another feed. 1 sec. Let's try another feed real quick. Yeah, got that one. 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the second feed. Yeah, man. It's happening again. Supposedly they just got into it with some counter protesters, so I'm trying to see what's going on out there right now. 1 second, y'all. I got you. Here we go. All right, there we go. Here we go.
From the sea, Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Genocide charge.
Man.
Oh, you can't hide. Yes, I do. You can't hide. We charge you with
What in the hell is going on with everybody's feeds today?
We charge you with genocide. Killer Kamala, you can't hide. Killer Kamala, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. Anthony Blinken, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide.
Oh, come on. Why? All their feeds stink. Go and see if I could get a different one. That feed sucked. Everybody, well, yeah, you're right. They could have the jammers on, but still, it shouldn't be that bad. This is every stream that I've been to has been choppy. There we go. Hopefully, this one's better. All right, let's try this one.
Right, the security is heavy compared to the RNC, right?
Yeah, the Portland Andy got watermarked throughout his live, so you can't restream it or you get taken down. Me too, Cam. Unicorn Riot does got a decent stream, but his feed is messed up. Everybody's feed is messed up, apparently. Oh my goodness.
issue that we're fighting for.
We're gonna go with Unicorn Riot, y'all.
Have administrators used tactics to try to deter protests?
UC Office of the President just basically banned encampments and masks. So they're one by one limiting our free speech. We can't wear. What about those that are immunocompromised? How are they supposed to protest? How are they supposed to participate in these demonstrations? So one by one they're like, how do you ban encampments? You know what I mean? But when outside agitators are here, they let them come in and attack students. It's just, we're frustrated. It's
Are there any groups or any other aspects that people should know about?
I can't really speak to it. I'm here as an individual that just wanted to take part in this action, Okay. But yeah, thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you. So that was some students from UCLA. UCLA students talking about their experiences and the instances of how the administrators have tried to make it more difficult for protests to happen. And that was an important thing, something that we have seen, which is that reactionary or forces that are outside the state or paramilitary or reactionary forces can take advantage of conditions created by the state to attack leftist protesters. And a lot of times, there's literature about what's called the three-way fight, which is something that is discussed a lot by anti-fascists and other people in activist circles. And I think what happened with UCLA is one of the most critical examples of that. Another example that happened recently was a person who's a photojournalist in Portland was convicted on a riot charge in a very similar situation where the police in Portland were standing by and Proud Boys were attacking a group of leftist protesters, and essentially the police created a situation where the Proud Boys could do whatever they wanted, similar to what happened at UCLA with the police in Los Angeles. And so that is a type of tactic which has been used to serve the goal of crushing leftist activity, whether it's the Palestine activity or other activity where people are against the Proud Boys. So I think that's a pattern people should look for. It's a pattern that repeats. It's a pattern that has been found multiple times throughout history. And it's a pattern that's been happening in the United States to protests. Sorry. Cool. So that I just wanted to mention that because the UCLA is one of the clearest examples that we've seen in recent years. But another case in Portland was in the news recently because they charged someone who had been gotten caught up in that, basically. So just wanted to mention that.
Oh my God! Can they get a good connection?
Why you're here today?
To protest against the DNC, against the genocide and the war, U.S. imperialism.
What's jumped out at you this week?
U.S. imperialism.
Demonstrations are peaceful. Democrats are not even addressing the issues at all. Their platform doesn't really address the issues at all. They don't even have the decency to lie to us. So we're demonstrating, but they keep us away from actually talking to them. They're in like a bubble, and we're
all in a goddamn bubble too.
They use the media to get everybody afraid of security. So most of the discussion in the media is about security, but the message, the anti-war message, doesn't get viewed too much.
Yeah. Are you from Chicago?
Yes, I am.
How has Chicago been coming out about this? I mean, over the last few months.
Yeah, regular demonstrations with the Palestinian groups. Yeah, there was one last night. Last night was interesting because they didn't crack heads, although there was no permit. That's something I found interesting. Because if this was 1968, there wasn't a permit, they would have swept the streets and caused a police riot, which they did.
Yeah.
So there's some improvement there.
Yeah. Were you there in '68?
No, I was there in '69 at the Days of Rage.
Okay.
But
Do you see
I was only
parallels?
15 then.
Yeah. Do you see parallels to those days?
Yeah, sure. It's the same system, same crap.
Same system, same crap.
Yeah.
Right.
U.S. Imperial War. Hey, you know what I have to say? Chicago is a settler colonial society. Okay, U.S. out of North America.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Did you want to talk about why you're here today?
End the war and try to end the siege of Gaza by Israel. We don't think we should be spending United States dollars over there. We're just making it worse. And we could use that money for healthcare and education instead.
I agree with that.
Are you from Chicago?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. So it's a big mixture of people. It's not all one kind of people out here. People from different parts of the country have been out and all of that. So we'll say, do you want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk about what's going on?
Sure.
Okay. What have you seen? What's jumped out at you this week? What's been going on?
Well, I came out on Monday, and there's not as many people out today, but there's obviously more out today, which is very good to see. And I'm hoping we can put a lot of pressure, as much pressure as possible, on the Democrats to change their course, basically.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's put a level of awareness over the convention, like the size of this has been helping push the issue forward?
I'd like to think so. Unfortunately, when I watch mainstream media, I don't see the coverage of what's going on outside. It's very rare. Hopefully tonight with more people, there'll be some more exposure, yeah.
Sure. Anything else you want to add or anything that's really caught your attention lately?
No.
Okay.
It's got to stop now.
Okay. Are you from Chicago?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel like back home that there's people that care about this, that there's a national movement in different places about this?
Oh, clearly. I mean, things have changed fairly dramatically over the last 9 months, 10 months. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Next
So that person was from Virginia. And that shows that people do really come from pretty distant locations to get out to these things and check out what's going on. So there's a line of riot police. We're at the corner of the park. There was a line of bike police back there. They're about 2 deep, so it's about maybe roughly 20 Chicago riot police there. So those people are out there. There's a lot of other folks, like medics, all of that, those kind of people out here. We have the
Parking
sorry.
lot.
How do you pronounce the name of your group again?
Ture Karta,
Ture Karta.
protectors of the city. It's Aramaic. We're protecting against these criminals, against Zionism in the state of Israel.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We had the interview yesterday, so I won't waste your time again. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So that group again, they have many of them live in Jerusalem as well, and they've been speaking out against this project. Oh, I'm sorry. And I think that's one of the things that's been going on in Israel is the attempt to draft ultra-Orthodox people that have, in a lot of cases, a different theological position than a lot of other people in Israel about the wars, about the state, and so on. They have a different priority.
You know what I find to be fascinating, though? I'm going to pull it right back up, is that all the Palestinians that are Muslim that are marching out there, even though the Jews that are right there standing in solidarity with them, they disagree with them. Like, you're not welcome. You know what I'm saying? That's what I find to be the most ironic thing. Even the same thing with the rainbow community. You're not welcome. Yeah, you can protest, but you're not welcome. We don't like you. It's how it is. So it's ironic.
So off camera, just tell us why you're here today.
I'm here because there's no candidates I can confidently vote for.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you want to talk about why you're here today?
That's okay.
Okay. So there's more riot police to the south here, preventing people from turning south towards the United Center.
Everybody, if you could, please hit that like button for me.
Pretty much
We
the
got a
same
nice little amount
arrangement
of
as
people
last
on here
time.
right now. Let's
You can also
blow this
see all
thing
those
like we did
buses
the other
parked
night.
there.
Please share it out.
Chicago
And like the
transit
live.
buses
I'd
have been used
appreciate
pretty
it.
heavily to transport the police during this. We're here next to the Revolutionary Communist Party, which I believe is Revolutionary Communists of America. We talked to some of them earlier, and in Philly, they had a meeting in Philly. So they formed out of an earlier socialist group, trying to create. We were sort of told it's like kind of a Zoomer-ish attempt to like build up another leftist party in the United States. That was the impression that we got from those folks talking to them back in April. So here we're by the Lake Street Transit CTA station. There's plenty of security and police up on the station platform. There was a little bit of action inside the station last time, a little bit of tension. We couldn't tell exactly what happened. Something happened.
Hello, today we're here to support the freedom of the Palestinians from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Fight on.
Right on. What have you seen this week? What's jumped out at you this week?
Say one time.
What's jumped out at you this week?
What should I start? I've been watching for so many months. The children get slaughtered back to back to back to back. Like, where you want me to start? The numbers just keep increasing with the same behavior, which is unacceptable, if you ask me. Yeah.
Are you from Chicago?
Yeah, born and raised.
So has Chicago been coming out for the last few months?
Well, I just got back from Miami. I was living in Miami for 10 months. It started when I was living in Miami, and I went to a protest when I was in Miami. That was the first one I went to.
All right. What do you want people to know about what's been going on?
What I want people to know about what's been going on is that, okay, that's such a loaded question because there's so many things. But
You don't
what's the
fucking
most
know.
important thing? I would say, regardless of what the media is telling you or regardless of what you see, it's primarily civilians being slaughtered. It's not they like to tell you Hamas. It's not Hamas like you think. Palestinians and Hamas are not synonymous. They're slaughtering Palestinians. That's what I would like to know.
Okay. Thank you very much. Here, let me give you a sticker.
What's going on, Melanie?
Do you know him? Give him a sticker. Thank you.
How you feeling, cuz?
All right, that guy's gonna get him a sticker. We got our sticker just
I love
going.
you, and I appreciate you. I got what you sent.
Do you want
Thank
to talk about why you're here today?
My phone was off. I
I'm
couldn't
here to
text you back.
support Palestine. We need to free them. Because a lot of us not free yet. We still not free yet. We've been here all our life. We still ain't free. So I got to support the ones that's not free.
Has Chicago been coming out for Palestinians?
Yes, it is. I work for a Palestinian. They're great people.
What have you seen this week? What have you noticed this week?
I noticed we came out in numbers. Came out in numbers. Reported. We hope everything get better. We need to stop the war, stop the killing. If they're going to be about the Bible, one of the main issues in the Bible is not to not kill. So why are we giving weapons to kill? No. Too many of us died already.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to add?
No. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So we're turning right now, real loud. People are turning east back on Lake Street, underneath the elevated train. Just like our. All right. We'll pause for a second here because we're underneath the station. Thank you all for tuning in. So the police are blocking access, telling people that they're not going to let anybody in the station. So they really don't want people up in this station. So there was definitely stuff happening in the station before yesterday. Something happened in the station, so the police have cut it off. Here's the train, loud. Silly moment. You can walk along a little bit. All right. Can you maybe turn back to show the people back there? So yeah, tons of people still coming around the corner. We can't even see the end of it. It's got to be, I don't know, at least like 8 blocks, something on that level for sure. Lots of people, collateral damage is murder too. Do you want to talk about why you're here today?
Yes, hi. I'm here because I support the people of Palestine. I support the resistance to the occupation, and I support the right of Palestinians to live as equal human beings like everybody else and not be subject to gross violations of their human and civil rights.
What have you seen this week? What's jumped out at you?
The variety of people here. People who have no connection to Palestine, no connection to Israel, but who care about peace and justice. That really impresses me.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add? How has Chicago been coming out in the last few months?
Well, I'm from Detroit. So I came from Detroit, and the spirit of Chicago is very rich and alive here. And I'm very happy to be among them.
Is this issue relatively big in Michigan? There's been talk about Michigan and the Palestine issue. Can you talk about that?
Yes. Well, of course, the Detroit area is home to about 200,000 Arab Americans, and as a consequence, we become united, and we've been able to convince people and persuade people of the justice of our cause. We are heartened by the fact that so many people share our sentiments, and we're going to continue on until we get peace and justice. No peace, no justice. No justice, no peace.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so that's a resident from Michigan talking about the impact that this issue has in Michigan specifically, which is thought to be a fairly big issue with the election, more so than the other states, because there's a large Arab and Muslim and Palestinian population in Michigan. That was why I asked him about that.
Yes, to answer that question, Lori, yes, they are protesting because the DNC is there and they want the war to end in Gaza and Israel. You are all good. Right. I appreciate y'all.
Defund war, refund communities. That's Code Pink right here. So we got a Code Pink group here. Got a lot of other folks. Kind of like, these are not the political parties. There's some cool signs coming back, like some painted signs back there. Someone else's sign. You know what else is
That's
weird? Funding a genocide. Stop funding war, Gaza. You want to talk about why you're here?
Oh man, I'm not trying to be on TV. Okay, perfect, wonderful.
Yeah, why are you here?
I'm here because it's horrible what's going on. George Soros and Sheldon Adelson's funds kill a lot of people.
Whoa, he just called out George Soros.
I'm not trying to be in the camera. Please, if you can block it out, whatever. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Sorry, sir.
No problem. But like when you upload it, if you can block it out, edit.
You know why he don't want to be on camera? He about to do something tonight.
Oh, straight right now. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, when you think about the history of the early settlers in the late 1800s that started setting up their kibbutz, all up until the emergence of the Stern Gang.
See y'all showing up for me. I appreciate
you. Things that Ben Gurion has been quoted for, who obviously the airport's named after. There's just always been a lot of supremacist logic to basically displace the indigenous people of Palestine. Indigenous meaning the descendants of those who have been there for a long time, who have been colonized. And what we see going on now through alternative media sources in the Gaza Strip
Earn my vote.
is truly horrific. I mean, it's not like it was something that randomly emerged. I believe that it's been planned for a long time. There's so many things that are suppressed through the mainstream. Just feeling for a fellow human being, I felt like it was right for me to show up, especially considering it's the last day of the Democratic National Convention. Many people are familiar with the things that Kamala Harris said on The View, things she said at APAC conferences. There are FBI programs, as well as several other entities. Probably not too good for me to delve too deep into it, but organizations that are
sun about to be going down, y'all. Look it, they maxed up, ready to go. It's gonna go down tonight. Watch.
Protests
Mark
like
my
this,
words.
people presenting, their right to assemble, feeling compassion for those who are being slaughtered, forced, to starve. Now, unfortunately, exposed to polio through the direct attacks on infrastructure, blockade of hygiene products, etc. And a lot of people
I do.
are so
I think it's gonna get violent tonight.
when they see something like this. I hope, when they see a large amount of people, considering that it's estimated that the Chicago metropolitan area having the largest Palestinian community in the United States, approximately 85,000. When they see a large demonstration like this, hopefully it will open them up a little bit to questioning more than what they hear from the mainstream narrative. We see what CNN portrays. We see the lies from Antony Blinken, should I say, and so many others deep in politics. 700 Club, unfortunately, feeds a lot of propaganda to the rural community within this state, Illinois, as well as neighboring states, Iowa, Indiana, etc. And many people don't realize that a lot of their sure, no problem. Yeah, you can go.
I just want to say thank you so much. I really
you're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
No problem at all.
Hey, here, let me give you a sticker.
Okay, sure.
Tonight's the last night, you guys, so they're gonna turn up. It's a lot of people in that crowd that's masked up. They do not want to be on camera. It's gonna go down tonight. I can feel it. I hope I'm wrong.
All right, so we just talked
but
to
I
that
think
person.
I'm right.
Democracy is not a liberal conspiracy. Stop Project 2025. Trump is a rapist.
Whoa. Yeah, she crazy. I called her before I even read
the
that.
Democratic National Convention protest. Palestine is the main message out here. We also have a Stop Project 2025 led by the Heritage Foundation. Our contributor Arturo has a piece on Project 2025 on unicornriot.ninja. Check out our website, share our work, share our feeds, help share Unicorn Riot's work, subscribe to us. So there is one line of bike cops, but they're back along a building. They are not right on the curb like they were last time. So we're here out on Lake Street, moving east again, having already looped past the United Center. All right.
What's going on, Jamie?
off camera as well if you prefer.
I'm okay. I don't really want to do an interview.
Okay. Thank you. It's okay. All right. Yeah. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Day 4, Democratic National Convention here in Chicago. So Palestine's been the main protest message, but again, there's been climate messages, there's been other messages put out there. So this is a big march. They got a lot of people here for this Thursday night closing march to send that
Thank
message.
you for that super chat,
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Last night,
I appreciate
we were
it.
at a noise demo that was a block down from Kamala Harris's heavily secured hotel. The police kind of pushed everybody south into the loop, over the Chicago River Bridge, down Michigan Avenue. So we were out there. We have that coverage, the videos, pictures up on our website from that situation. So even those small noise demos have also been effective. On Tuesday night at 11 p.m. outside the salt shed, there was another noise demo, and all the delegates had to come past that noise demo. So, so these people have been trying to send a message out to those delegates, out to those members and power players in the Democratic Party, try to communicate that message out there. So you see there is now a line of police behind us, a line of bicycle police. Bicycle policing has been used very heavily. A lot of bicycle police used during this thing. One of the main tactics. Here are the bicycle police. They're moving down. But in contrast to last night's march, where the bicycle police were holding the curb line, this time it's not quite as tightly packed. Did David want to talk? Okay. All right. It's been huge. There's been thousands of people out here. So the Code Pink group is a little bit ahead of us. You can always see the pink with them. Always got the Code Pink. We talked to Medea Benjamin at the Republican
Thank
convention.
you, Patty. I appreciate
Code
that.
Pink is one of those groups
Straight
that
up.
definitely
Doing my best.
protests both Republicans and the Democrats. Anytime there's an anti-war thing, there's such a common element around.
I appreciate that. Happy time.
You want to talk about why you're here today? Okay. You want audio only? No.
That sun's going down, y'all. That sun is going down.
I'm here today because
You'll see the regular
I'm
people
here
go
today
home.
because I hate Netanyahu. That's why I'm here.
What's jumped out at you this week?
This week?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention to the DNC, so nothing. I'm here because I think it's sickening that there is a population that is being annihilated and terrorized and destroyed, and we're not doing a goddamn thing about it, except for
Your comments are up
supplying
here.
the weapons for it to happen.
Has Chicago been coming out in the last
Thank you.
few
Happy
months?
times.
Like, has Chicago been coming out to protest a lot in the last few months?
I don't know. I'm from Seattle.
Okay.
I flew in from Seattle.
Okay. What's been going on in Seattle?
Nothing.
That part, Lori, you hit it on the
Anything else you
head.
want people to know about this?
Fuck Netanyahu.
Dang.
Thank you very much. All right. So,
No, they actually came out and said they are not going to be voting Democrat.
So the convention center's back there. A couple rows of Chicago riot police here. So they've been trying to keep people from doing anything remotely resembling moving down towards Walcott.
You're all good. Thank you anyway. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody just being here.
To
Really.
see all of these
Thank you for the
riot
support.
police
But
and
I
all this
appreciate
stuff.
y'all just showing up and sharing this stuff out for me.
The United Center's back there. Last night of the DNC happening back there in the
What's
background.
going on? One more rock.
As we are slowly marching back to the east. Yeah, it's a big mixture of people. This whole tail side of the march is not the big organized groups. It's just a much larger mixture of
Yeah,
people.
they said they're not going to vote. They're not going to vote for either party, they said.
Shout out to my wife. Let her know that I'm okay. Sure, a second. All right, this guy just wants to let us. Okay.
Hi, my honey, my wife. I'm okay. We're all good. I'll see you soon.
What's jumped out at you that you've seen this week?
I only just got here today.
Okay, what have you seen? What's have you seen that
a lot of like communist, socialist
Yeah,
presence.
I need to get out
like
there
a lot
again.
of hammers and
It's a little
sickles.
rougher right now.
That's kind of what stuck out to
I
me.
got a lot of restrictions,
a lot of
so I
big
can't
signs,
go out into
like the really
Chicago.
big signs. That was cool.
I'm on
Yeah,
probation
I thought
now.
it was, and the weather is terrific.
Where are you from?
I'm from here.
Okay.
I'm from the south suburbs.
So has Chicago been coming out for this in these last few months?
Yes.
Okay, can you
That
talk
sucks.
about that? What you've seen?
Sure.
from that?
Yeah. A lot of it I see on the news. I don't really know anyone locally that goes to these sorts of things, but I see it all on the news. And I think Chicago has a very rich history of social activism. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened here, good and bad. And I think with the sort of the ghost of 1968 on this, people are like me, took the day off work to get out and see if anything would happen.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I love your channel.
Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you about why you're here today. What does sign mean? Okay, thanks. All right. So, you see Democratic Socialists of America, DSA. Do you want to talk about why
Got
you're
to,
here today,
Kim.
sir?
I can't go back. I got too many babies.
To support Gaza, to try to stop the genocide that is happening. It's enough. Enough. A shame on them. A shame on Harris. A shame on Biden.
Do you have a sense
the
of
game
the ban
plan.
of Harris?
Yes.
What does that mean? What does
That
that mean?
means we are not going to vote for her. Even if she says stop the war today, we are not going to vote for her. We
what I'm saying?
are, if she brings the 40,000 dead and she brings Gaza back, we are not going to vote for her. What they did is criminal. The Nazi didn't do as much as they did. And that's why we are here. We are going to
Hey,
send the
man,
message
it's all love,
to
my
these
brother.
idiots.
I'm an open book, man.
What have you seen?
My past
in
don't
these
define me. It
protests?
just adds
What's
character,
jumped out
man.
at you?
And
What have you
I'm
noticed?
proud of the
Jumped out
person I am
to me,
today.
all the young people. I'm old. All the young people. These are the nucleus of
Yo,
one
brother,
day
thank you, man. I
to put
appreciate you.
Blinken and
Glad
God
to be home.
willing,
Appreciate that super
Biden
chat,
and
my bro.
Harris to put them on a trial. If you support the genocide, if you send arms, if you go murder somebody and you drive them,
I heard
drive
that,
the
Dana.
murderer there, he's the same as the murderer. These people are sending
I definitely
weapons,
won't.
2,000 bombs for what? To kill one person? To kill one Hamas person? Since when? What is this? This is more than the Nazi. These ought to be jailed. Now, in this country, shame on them to put this country in this type of position.
Are you from Chicago?
Yes, I am.
Wait, has Chicago been coming out? You're talking about Chicago.
What's that?
What's happened in Chicago in the last few months?
In the last 2 months, we have demonstration almost daily, if almost weekly, if not daily. And these people, whatever they say, they are not going to buy our votes. I have many friends, they have the same thing. So they can sugarcoat it. Oh, Biden is trying hard. He's talking to Netanyahu. He's talking, look at Mr. Blinken is Netanyahu's lawyer nowadays. They cannot agree on their lies. One lies, the other one different lie. They are not agreeing on the same lie.
Anything else you want to add? Anything else?
I hope for God's sake, save the souls of the people who are living there. That's all. We are peaceful people, you can see. We demonstrate peacefully. They have a Nazi army here to protect us. What is this? Shame on Chicago PD. Shame on the mayor. Shame on the governor and all of them.
This dude
What
needs
is
to
this?
chill.
This is nothing. This is peaceful people trying to stop killing, not trying to kill people. And they are making, it's like an arm camp. Come on, stop it. Look at them. A shame on them.
It's been a lot. We've seen dozens of arrests here. We've seen lots of roundups. We've seen arrests.
Heck with them. What's arrest? Arrest is nothing to the people who are, they are not finding their bodies. They are collecting just
I would
few
love to
pounds
reach out to him.
of flesh to bury them, to say, here, we bury these babies, we bury these pregnant women, these women. And he's proud. I will defend Israel. I'll defend it. You are not defending Israel. You are committing genocide yourself. Shame on you. Shame on him. And he goes, I'm a Zionist. My father is a Zionist. Screw you and screw your father, you son of a bitch.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to add, sir?
That's about it.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate your time tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. I'm out of stickers. I was giving out stickers for our group, but I ran out of stickers. I'm sorry. Unicorn Run. We're live right now. So we went out. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So as another Chicago resident, talking about the abandoned Harris 24.
We'll never support any Democratic Party for the rest of their life. And I think the young people, it will be the end of the Democratic Party.
Wow.
You'll see.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I love you, Ken.
That was one of the
love all of y'all,
one of
man.
the
I
viewpoints
appreciate
out there.
y'all.
We've seen a lot of the abandoned Harris signs. Like there's been a lot of them out there. People are frustrated with the Democratic Party for not setting this straight. So again, you can see this park next to us has a fresh fence built around it.
Hit that share button for me, everybody, please. Share it one time.
There at all. It's heavily guarded by these police.
Share it through Messenger. Send it to somebody and a message. That helps with the algorithm big time.
Want to talk about why you're here today? Do you want to talk about why you're here today?
I do, but my sister's already talked to a couple people today, so I feel she'll be great. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, why are you here today? What have you seen this week?
I'm here because the United States is committing genocide, and that's wrong.
Yeah. What have you seen this
Thank you,
week?
Rose.
Do you
I
feel
love
like this has sent a big message to the convention?
As far as I understand, the convention has not listened to Palestinian people at all. We need an embargo, and it seems like they're just trying to silence
We're working on
that
it,
message
Kimberly.
and try to pretend nothing is happening and go on a strategy of denialism and trying to put people who are vulnerable's lives at stake and pit people against each other.
Okay. Are you from Chicago? Are you from the area?
Yes, I am.
How has Chicago been coming out in the recent months? What have you seen over the last few months?
Love that name.
Well, I've seen Chicago come out consistently because I've come out multiple times, and I've seen, this is to me the part where I feel humanity in Chicago. These are people who care about other human beings, and I feel that Chicago is making sure that care of humanity is, our priority.
So your sign says Democrats are committing genocide, and it says non-genocidal nominees only. Can you talk about that?
Yes.
BDS, boycott, divestment. Can you talk about that?
Just to give a few examples, between October and March, Joe Biden approved of 100 arms sales to Israel without Congress. He also signs the bills of sending money to Congress. As they claim that they're fighting tirelessly for a ceasefire, they are sending the money. Joe Biden is arguably the most responsible person on this planet for the genocide that is happening. There is arguably no one more responsible for what's happening right now at this moment than him. And the Democratic Party is exalting him as he commits genocide and trying to pretend that it's happening. And this is fascism right now. This is fascism taking over our country. It's in both parties. And then the denial is dangerous.
So, is there anything giving you hope in these lately? Is there any positive signs that you've seen on the horizon?
The positives on the horizon are all the people here and the global solidarity and the way that the world is waking up, especially Americans, who are some of the most ignorant people on the planet, we are realizing the harm that we do in the world and wanting to do something about it. And the hope is that there's global solidarity for human rights and that we're not selling out people. We're not going to be okay with slavery in Congo or what's happening in Sudan or any of the impacts colonialism is having. We're not settling for our cheap clothes and destroying the planet.
people are in solidarity with saying this is garbage and we're not okay with it, and that's where I have a lot of hope.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to add?
Free Palestine, BDS now, sanctions now, embargo now. If the Democrats had any value of human rights, they would get an embargo done immediately, and they would be scrambling to put limitations on presidential power to commit genocide, and they're not doing that. And everything that they're doing is dangerous, no matter who wins. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. All right. You say now.
Facts. Straight up, Terry. I doubt it. You go Indiana Hoosiers. Suburban Chicago, got it. Upstate New York. The city's so hard you gotta say it twice. New York, New York. I like that. Colorado. Ain't nothing wrong with Minnesota. Appreciate that super sticker right there, Amber. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is very true. Very true. Anywhere but Washington, D.C. Facts. More cowbell. Oh, God. Oh, man, I'm going to clip that tomorrow, you guys. I'm going to clip this part right here. We're at 49 minutes. Yeah, I'm clipping this tomorrow. More cowbell. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work tomorrow on that. Karen May, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you. long live Antifada. I swear to y'all, that sounds like an omelet or something, or a coffee. You know what I'm saying? Antifada. What's up, Tracy? Texas in the building now there, y'all. What's up, Texas? I love Texas, man. I don't like that, yeah. I don't like the carnival. What's going on, Priscilla? Go Cowboys, man. Yeah, go away, Cowboys. I'm just kidding.
All right, we're out here. Fourth day of the Democratic National Convention protest. Got bicycle police along Wood Street intersection.
Hello, thank you. I appreciate you, Super Sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. It's all going back into the channel.
A lot of families, a lot of
Whatever
kids.
y'all send is going into the channel.
We're talking to people from Michigan, from Virginia, a lot of obviously Chicago people here.
No, I'm not shutting down early. I'm staying up and following this
Kids
tonight. I
in
know it's going to
wagons.
get crazy, so I'm going to be streaming for a while.
All right.
Hey, baby D.
You want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk about why you're here today?
Hey, Gina. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I woke up this
amazed at the
morning.
great turnout. I'm just hoping the city, for everybody's sake, that it's safe and that, like Mayor
All right,
Richard
Chris
M.
Ann.
Daly said, the
Appreciate
police are not here to create disorder. They're here to preserve disorder. I just hope everything goes well. And I want a fucking ceasefire.
What have you seen this week? What's jumped out at you?
What was really notable is the fact that there were so many different causes and people of different
what they
from all
saying.
over the world pleading their case for different things, whether it be obviously Palestine, which is one of the most important things, Ukraine, abortion rights, housing rights, immigration rights, everything. It's just been a wonderful display of freedom of speech and without, knock on wood, without conflict and without any really heinous things happening.
Has Chicago been coming out for Palestine? Have you seen a lot?
You know, Chicago is the largest Palestinian city in the United States. And yes, I have several friends that are Palestinian. I have several friends that are Jewish. It's a very complex situation. I couldn't even talk to you about it right now, but there should be a ceasefire. And from what I'm hearing, there's one on the table. So let's hope it doesn't get fucked up.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You heard him say it earlier. He said it.
All right.
We ain't never stopping. We never voting Democrat again.
Two lines of police cops or bike police, and then another line of Chicago police behind it. The United Center, the National Special Security Event Zone is to the south. There's a gate way back there, wall back there. Trains are rumbling overhead. So it's like thousands of people today. This was a big turnout today. It is a big turnout. So we're just going to move ahead. Let's see, Chicago Democratic Socialists. All right. Hey.
Amber Street.
Right. Yeah, like a really wide range of different groups.
Gotcha.
A lot of drummer groups.
What's up, Nikki? Facts, Tracy.
Free Gaza signs. Globalize the Intifada sign.
I'm over here jamming to the music though. Somebody going crazy on them drums. I agree with you, baby D.
Bella Ciao.
I don't know why I'm here right now.
What have you seen this week?
Well, I missed the Poor People's Army because I have a bad back, which isn't doing me any good right now. Yeah.
We need more cowbell.
Well, that's a good question. I'm from the '68 generation. I wasn't here then, but I came with the Yippies, Youth International Party, and we just. I think it's a real problem right now. I don't like Harris, but I don't know what else to do. But I really feel strongly that the Democrats have caused this, and the Republicans, and I'm just like marching with everybody else. I know this isn't much help, but I'm with the press too. But I'm not going to report it.
I want everybody to remember that Trump had 0 wars.
Pardon?
What have you noticed this week? What's jumped out at you?
Well, just tonight, so many people. I'm just astounded by this. We were at the park, and I don't think there was that many people there. I don't know where they came from.
We got you, Roy.
But it's really exciting to see. They're trying to send the message to the Dems. I don't know if they're going to get it. They probably won't. But something has to be done. We got to, the genocide has to stop. The U.S. government has to stop funding Israel. Israel's dead as far as I'm concerned. I have friends that live in Israel, and they're like rabid Zionists. It's like, oh my God. And, as far as I'm concerned, it's just dead. Just go away.
Anything else you want to add?
Not really. I mean, I have some Palestinian friends, but, they have family in Gaza, but they don't know what's going on. I mean, they've lived in America all their lives, and they don't have, big contacts with them. But, yeah, I don't think anything else. But, I mean, this is huge. I know one thing. 32 years ago, I was in the Soviet Union for the fall. I was in the Soviet Union living in St. Petersburg with the fall of the Soviet Union. And I was out there on the streets at Lenso. And now I'm marching with a bunch of people who are saying, communist revolution is the solution. It's
hell.
real irony.
Just told you who she is.
It just keeps on going and going and going, generation after generation. Hey, who are you with?
Unicorn Riot.
I know you guys. What?
Hey, we're live right now.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so the march is slowly making its way east, back to Union Park. We haven't seen any arrests. There was a little bit of conflict with counter demonstrators this week and today, but not much. Just, there's always going to be a little bit of that. We didn't see much.
You got the sun going down.
Step right over here.
Let's see what happens.
All right. So we're going to situate here for a second. So he's going to globalize the Intifada, fight the U.S. war machine. That's a PSL sign. All right. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing our work. At Independent Media, we're not the big corporate guys. We don't spend money advertising our stuff. We just want to get out to these things and talk to people and find out about the bigger trends that are going on. So during the DNC, we've seen noise demos. We saw about 70 arrests happen from the protest outside the Israeli consulate that snaked around. We've seen plenty of arrests.
Promises made,
police
promises kept, baby.
Did not use pepper spray on people. We could have seen worse. So I think that was a bit of a relief for everybody. There wasn't more violence from the police. But it's been a large presence of police. They push people out. They clear people out. They don't let people march a lot of the time. There's been a lot of that. The National Special Security event was funded to the tune of $75 million for security going into the Chicago police. All right. And thanks for tuning in. We're a couple blocks away from Union Park right now.
Oh, they ain't even. Oh, okay. Wait till they get to Union
So
Park.
there's
That's
a
when I think we're
pretty
gonna,
big batch of bike police in this area.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That'll be great. That'll be great. I would love that.
Maybe you want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk about why you're here?
Yes, yeah, because it's a genocide. It's horrible, and it shouldn't be. The Democrats are taking bankers' money. They keep offering me 700% match. Where are they getting that? From the bankers that are funding the wars.
I'm here to tell the Democrats that we're not going to accept this anymore.
Members True, thank you. I
That we are
appreciate you.
human beings,
They
and
match
it's
me.
ridiculous that we have to ask to be human beings in our full rights.
What have you seen this week here in Chicago?
I'm from California. My family lives here, and like this is the people's power. This is how I grew up, and we were always on the margins. So this is nothing new.
Yeah, I
This is
get
a
the YouTube when people do the super chats. I
how we
get it.
live in this country as
But they take a lot. Either
I'm
way, I
here
appreciate
today
it.
to
Y'all don't
let
mind,
the
I don't mind.
Democratic National Convention attendees know that
Say the band needs a
we
new
do not
drummer.
support genocide. And as long as they support genocide, they're not going to have our vote. And what I saw here and what I've been seeing since the onset of this genocide is a community, a coalition of people of color coming together for a common cause, and not just for Palestine, but for climate justice, against sexual violence, and peace and humanity.
All right, and thank you very much. Anything else you wanted to add?
And just like for all oppressed people, it's not just Palestine. This is an intersection of all kinds of issues and oppressions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So those folks are with Code Pink.
Facts.
They said defund war, refund communities on their banner. Do you want to talk?
I don't know if you've ever been from
That right there, y'all.
What have you seen today? What's your take right now? What have you seen?
Today? I think the whole week.
Hill.net.
I feel like we're living inside of a video game and going from one thing to the other, trying to bring the message of Palestine into a space that is avoiding it. And, having someone last night speak from Israel, but not even allowing someone from Palestine to take the stage, that's the bare minimum.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I
If this
appreciate
administration is going to separate themselves
Thank
from
you
the
guys
Biden
for lighting up these
administration,
comment
they
section
need to
too,
act.
man. I
People are
appreciate
sick
that.
and tired of billions of dollars going to war. Well, we need money for housing and healthcare and the climate crisis. I mean, the Pentagon is the biggest polluter in the world, and it was before October 7th. The Palestine is a climate justice issue, a feminist issue. We went in and disrupted a couple of feminism things.
What happened at these events? Can you talk about it? Well, wait a second. For the train to go by. We're underneath the L in Chicago. What happened at these events? Can you tell us about that?
I mean, when I said before, I feel like we're living in a video game. We've been going to different side events that are around feminism and, bringing in feminist issues, right? Palestine is a feminist issue. We've gone in and we've listened, and then when they're not acknowledging the issue at all, we've disrupted. We've been talking about the significance of all of the women and children that have been murdered, have been bombed in Palestine, and for them to chant, people would then chant USA when we start bringing this message. That is
No
the type
problem, my
of stuff
brother.
when people ask us, why don't you go protest the Republicans?
Thank you, everybody,
Democrats
for
have been
being here.
carrying out the genocide of the Palestinian people. We need to be demanding to them to make a difference. So, yeah.
Do you think that it's pushed that message to the convention, that the delegates have been starting to hear it, that it's put a cloud over the convention, that this issue is going on. Can you talk about that?
We have been bringing this message from the inside, from the outside. You know, we've been listening, we've been questioning, then we've also been like educating, passing out materials to folks, having the uncommitted movement, trying to work from inside, having the people out here from the outside. They can't ignore us.
Oh,
Biden acknowledged that he heard us in the streets. Great, acknowledge us by having policy. Yes, we're pushing Kamala, but Biden still has 5 months left in his administration, and that's 5 more months of a genocide that is being carried out by the people. So if they can continue to choose to ignore us, the mainstream media can choose to ignore us, but we will not let that happen. We will not be complicit in this. I'm from Washington, D.C. There's delegation of us there.
Facts.
We have been on the streets. We have had encampments outside of Blinken's house,
Facts.
outside of the Israeli embassy, in Congress, side actions led by different groups, whether they're organized or autonomous. We came here because the belly of the beast needs to be disrupted, and we need to bring the people everywhere. We need more people out here protesting with us. It's an immigration issue, a climate issue, a racial and economic justice issue. The intersections could not be more prevalent, and we need to continue the pressure.
What groups have you been working with?
Yep. So I am part of a group in DC. We're building out this DC local to global solidarity network. But we have been working across all different ones, whether it's dissenters, Palestinian Youth Movement, Code Pink, and then also autonomous groups as well.
What else?
Yo, you are
so
right,
with
Khadijah.
organizers.
Beautiful name.
What's been working? What have you seen break through the
cowbell.
ice? What's been working?
I think the biggest thing that's been working is building community.
I appreciate
we have been
you,
building and living
And I
the
love
world
your
we
name,
want
Leanna.
instead
I love it.
by being out in the
Fleetwood
streets.
Mac.
I mean, whether it's been through the student encampments or the encampments that we have outside of Blinken's house or outside of the embassy, or joining a group and coming to things like this, we've been, through the mutual aid, through feeding each other, nourishing each other, using political education out here together.
Yep.
We are strengthening ourselves, our minds, our bodies, and our souls. And people who are incredibly isolated, whether it was after COVID, other things, want to be part of this. So I think us just having this mirror world, like the world that we want instead, up against the war machine has been, for me, the biggest win. I think the fact that other organizing folks who didn't bring on anti-militarism before finally are, and they're seeing that link, I think that's a big organizing win. It's shifting. Yeah.
Do you think it is shifting? Like there's a shift in the climate?
I think it's shifting the climate amongst
Good
the
night,
people.
happy times. I appreciate
we know
you, man.
That, beyond 80% of people have wanted a ceasefire months ago. People, when we talk to everyday working class people, they want their money going to housing and healthcare and education. They don't want it to go to the war machine. However, the mainstream media does a very good job at furthering propaganda that they think that just voting will mean that thing. Hope is active. Hope is a verb. We need to continue to put the pressure on.
I'm just
that
waiting
is
for
going
to
to
say,
make the empire crumble.
my pretty
Anything else you want to
little
add?
dog, too.
Thank you for for being this voice of the people. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Again, thanks everyone. After line 3, it's been really, I'm just talking about the intersection of seeing a lot of folks out here from line 3 now. It shows us like we're going to be in the streets for our lifetime. We need to continue to build this life. So thank you all.
So if you want to learn more about Line 3, you can go to Unicorn Riot's website. Our colleague Alex spent about a month and a half up there. Line 3 was a project in northern Minnesota, the Enbridge project. And we also know that similar to this, there were mobile field force trainings to break down potential protests around Line 3. The Minnesota state government, led by Governor Tim Walz, did not want to see something like Standing Rock happening at Line 3. So there was actually very extensive policing of that. And that's something which has gone a bit under the radar.
Gotcha.
That was the reference to Line 3, which is happened in Minnesota a couple of years back. So the march moved a little bit for a second. Again, we went out here the fourth day of the Democratic National Convention. We're here next to the Code Pink folks right now. Interesting to hear about from that organizer based in DC about how these things work.
Ooh, who did they nails? These people ain't got a damn clue what the hell they doing out there, man. This is insane. But at least it's peaceful for now. I'll give them that. They've been peaceful. And some of them people are batshit crazy, though. I'm just saying.
I'm going to slide up this side a little bit. So there's 3 lines of police deep, 2 lines of bicycle police, then 1 line of riot police behind them, making 3 lines, preventing anybody from turning south on Hermitage. Hey. Good to see you, man. Say hi to Facebook. All right. So the march again is starting to move slowly. You want to talk about why you're here today?
I just came here to see the parade, and I'm stuck. They won't let me through.
Oh no, they won't let you back to your house? No. What's it been like to be living near such a huge security operation? Can you talk about that?
It's good, but I can't get home. I just want to go home.
Is it frustrating in a way? Yeah. We've heard that before. We've talked to other people that live near these events, and then they can't get to their house and stuff like that. And that's what's happening to you right now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear it. Anything else you want to add? Okay, thank you very much. So I've talked to multiple people that have been unable to, easily access their houses when they live next to these national special security events that take over their neighborhood. So we got the Vets for Peace
Glad
here
everything's
again.
good. I gotta look up what Antifada is. So I swear to y'all, it's cheese.
Who are you with?
Unicorn Riot. We cover protests.
Okay, awesome.
So what brings you here? What have you seen today? What have
He's
you
a
seen
radical. You could see it in her face.
Well, we're a group of veterans that are coming together to, number 1, demand a ceasefire. Number 2, end all weapons aid to Israel. We understand what self-defense is. What we're watching is a genocide. It's not self-defense, and that's a red line for all of us. We come from all over different political ideologies, etc. But what we're doing here is holding the line against a genocide.
So when did Vets for Peace, did that start around the Iraq War?
Actually, you're thinking about a group called About Face. All the people behind me, there's multiple groups here, Veterans for Peace, About Face, people that aren't
I like
even in
that.
a group.
I ain't even
We're
gonna dog
just
it
all
like that.
collaborating together because we all agree on one thing, that we can't be complicit in the genocide.
So there's a feeling in the veterans community that you should stand up and do something about this?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because we swore an oath to protect our country and to protect the Constitution. Our government is so corrupt right now that they don't stand on any integrity. They don't stand with any truth and honesty. And we know what that means to stand with integrity, and we're doing that today.
Okay. What are you from the Chicago area or something?
I'm not. I came from
Oh man. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna wait. We'll wait. But I just want everybody to understand something while we wait for this to come back up, right? She said that they want to end all aid to Israel. That's an impossibility. I understand if you say you want to end funding for the war in Israel, that I can understand. But to end all funding to Israel, you can't do that. That's one of our military strategic points right there. Militarily, it's a great location. All right. You can't just cut ties with somebody that's where you know, something pops off with the Middle East. We hitting them from there. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's unfortunate and it sounds bad to say it like that, but that's just the truth. And we have a civilization that we've all created and we all take part in. And now y'all backing out saying you don't want to take part in it, you want to end funding to Israel. Well, guess what? End funding to Israel, we lose our military strategic point right there. And we allow, let's say Palestine becomes Palestine. Gaza becomes like the rule there, right? They are linked up with Hezbollah. They are linked up with Iran. They are linked up with all these different groups of people that hate America. So you're basically saying, let's go ahead and quit funding and fuck up our own country. That's what I hear when I hear y'all saying that stupid shit. I don't care for Israel's government. Let me make that very clear. I think their government is fucking corrupt, but no, it's corrupt like ours. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I like America. I like living in America. I like what we stand for as people in America. I like that we got the freedom of speech to be able to go out into the street and protest the same way that y'all are out there protesting right now. You only have that right here. This is why you don't see this shit happening over there in the Middle Eastern countries. It ain't gonna happen. And if it do, they're gonna bury your ass up to your neck in sand and beat the hell out of you with bricks. All right. So I ain't going for that. I don't want Sharia over here. I don't want a nationalist state where, you know, that's theocracy. I don't want none of that shit over here. I like America the way it is. And I understand if you disagree, but that's my opinion. I love you still, even if you disagree with me.
So what does that mean to you?
I love Woody Guthrie, and I hate the fucking police. I hate fascists. I'm a musician myself. So, yeah, let's show these fascists what a couple of hillbillies can do. Like, let's show these fascists what a couple of hillbillies can do. I don't know. There's not much
You
else
ain't
to
no
it than
damn
that.
hillbilly.
Anything else you want to add?
I appreciate your work, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cool. All right, sorry. All right. So it's been moving slowly, slower than I might have expected for a minute after a lot of these marches have moved along pretty quick. And so now it's been mostly static for quite a while.
All these damn governments are corrupt. Answer your question.
We're live right now.
All of these
So
governments
what
are
brings you
corrupt.
here? What have you seen?
Come on through. Careful.
So what brings you here?
Yeah.
What have you seen?
Yeah, right.
Being disillusioned by the Democratic Party more and more every year. The more you learn and the more I feel left of the party, I keep going further and further left, and I just feel completely unrepresented at the DNC.
Are you from Chicago?
Yeah, it's just outside in the suburbs, west suburbs.
So has Chicago been coming out strong over the course of this thing?
Yeah, and I don't think that should be a surprise. Chicago has the largest
That part.
population of Palestinian Americans in the country. If they thought everybody was going to stay inside, they thought wrong. I think it's been building up all week, and this is one of the best demonstrations I've ever been to. It's very organized. We have safety people in yellow vests all along the lines because we keep us safe. CPD doesn't keep us safe today. I think the organizers did a great job, and I feel very safe. I feel very effective and heard.
You feel like the protests have put a message to the Democrats and to the delegates that something should change? Like, do you feel it's put a sort of energy or cloud over the convention at all?
Yeah, I think that message has been delivered time and time again over the last 320 days. I think that's why we're so frustrated. The uncommitted movement has made quite a stand. Over hundreds of thousands of people decided to not vote along Democratic Party lines. And I think it's time to be heard. I don't think Kamala can win without at least acknowledging this movement and the feelings that we have about it and how strong it is and how strong we are.
Has there anything been giving you hope lately? Like a positive feeling about
This night,
I'm a
I've been feeling
y'all.
really disillusioned for months. So, this night, seeing it, the uncommitted movement gave me hope. I'm just so disappointed in the fact that the Democratic Party, again, in the DMC.
the elevated train? We're in Chicago.
I just feel, a lot of things have been giving me hope, but at every turn, I feel like the Democratic Party has every chance to listen and to make change and move forward, and they just keep taking two steps back.
Hood.
So,
Back in the
Anything
building,
else you wanna
baby.
add?
no, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, the march started moving. Timing. Thank you. So thank you all for joining us.
Facts.
So we see a kind of a emoji sign right there. Democratic Party with clown emoji.
Shout out West Virginia.
We support pray, 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 killing children, killing aid workers, killing journalists, bombing hospitals. We don't support hands crossed, bad debate performances, and students protesting. America and the world deserve better. So that's the only sign I've seen
Y'all
with
follow
emojis
Rhiannon too.
so far on that.
Yeah, that is strange. I don't know why that would be. No
been
problem,
moving
Shell.
slow,
My
so we're
dude.
wondering
I got
why
y'all.
it hasn't been moving. So this thing has been stopped for a while. I see other signs like Philippines stands with Palestine, some stuff like that. Resistance is justified. Yeah. The left side's pretty all right. We're going to see if we can get around the left side. We'll go this way. Excuse me. All right. We have these like corporate news team of 5. The squeaky train.
Can't wait to be privileged like them instead of going to work. Even my American kids, I can protest. Hey, I know that's right. I know that's right.
Get this big sign right here. This big sign. What brings you here? Huh? Why are you here?
I have a Discord. I just don't know how the hell to use it.
The children, all those children that are dying with our tax dollars.
I need some
They
help.
don't have money for schools. They don't have money for health care. The veterans are sleeping under the bridge. I'm a U.S. veteran. They're sleeping under the bridge. But they have money for people who are not American citizens. They don't vote. They don't pay federal taxes. That's Ukraine and Israel. They send billions and billions. That's why I'm here, for the children of Israel. I mean, both Israel and Palestine.
What have you seen this week that's jumped out at you?
Just look at the diversity, you know, all the diversity, all the different organizations here.
Anything else you want to answer?
No, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. The march has started moving again after a really long pause.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
As he pointed out, right? It's like a lot of different types of people out here at this. It's not all just the usual types. I see one that says gays for Gaza.
Oh, hell, they're out there? Oh, yeah.
We got the ultra-Orthodox moved along here as well. Ooh, they always come out for all of this. Do you want to talk about why you're here today? Do you want to talk about why you're here today? You can be off camera if you want.
Well, we're definitely here to take a stand
crazy
against
shit,
the
y'all. I don't know if
occupation
you've ever seen her
of
stuff.
Palestine. We're here to take a stand against Elbit Systems. It is an Israeli apartheid corporation that is not only responsible for the walls of apartheid and separation in Palestine, but also for the walls of separation here along the so-called U.S.-Mexico border. We're here to take a stand against the administration, the Biden-Harris administration, and here to apply the pressure that's necessary to end the genocide. We're here to expose the contradictions between what's taking place inside the convention.
Okay, I'll tell you right
which
now.
is
One sec.
this facade of joy. Wow.
What's jumped out at you this week?
The contradiction of the Biden-Harris administration, and specifically the incoming Harris administration, trying to uphold this facade of joy while this genocide is undergoing. It's very clear from the position that Netanyahu and his far-right government has taken that this is about exterminating a population. It's about continuing the occupation. And yeah, I just feel like Yeah, man.
Thanks. Anything else you want to add?
Hit that like and share, y'all.
And free Palestine. Fuck the police. We need liberation.
Come on, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
Oh,
a lot of riot police to our left. Like
Hey.
20.
Although I love the name. Word player, that's good.
We're up by the sound.
All right, so real quick, I want to tell everybody what's going on right now. Right now, this is Chicago live protest that's happening in Chicago. We're streaming it right here via Unicorn Riot or Riot Unicorn, whatever they called. And it's so far it's all right. There's not no incidents, but the sun just went down, so we're gonna see what happens. All right.
Not too far back to Union Park. It's about 8:40. So we just talked to that young person who was a resident in the neighborhood, and they can't access their house because the police are blocking them out of their house right now. Which must be pretty frustrating.
All I'm trying to do is donate.
You want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk about why you're here?
Mod, can you put the PayPal and the Cash App up?
Okay. All right,
For the
go
people
ahead.
trying to
What brings
donate.
you here? We're live on Unicorn Ride.
To protest against the DNC. Let them know, man. You can't be complicit in genocide and then just expect people to vote for you.
What's been encouraging this week? What have you seen that's jumped out this week?
Not too much. Coming to the protest, seeing people saying that this is the base they should be appealing to, and they're losing it.
I can chime in. The biggest thing I've seen is that they didn't let a Palestinian speak at the DNC convention. We saw the uncommitted movement sitting outside. They were FaceTime with AOC and all these people, and they weren't allowed to speak. And they had some of the hostage families,
Use your head
speaking,
and
which is
vote
okay.
red.
But why not also give a Palestinian a chance to speak, especially when the first casualty from this
There
on
it is
U.S.
right there on
soil
the screen.
was in
My brother's in the chat
Illinois
as well.
with Wadea Bayumi.
Is there anything that's been giving you hope in recent months? Have you seen anything about things changing? Anything giving you hope?
I've never seen such diversity at a protest in my whole life. I've been protesting since I was a
That's
child.
my
I've been to
PayPal right there,
Palestine.
y'all.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it's not a nationalistic movement. It's not a political movement. It's a human movement. And these are the people who should be getting the Dems elected,
I don't
and
know
they're
about
not
that. I
going
have
to
to
do it.
look into it.
Anything else you want to add?
No, they just have to win our vote. They need to change, and they need to be having a platform that shows humanity and not just an old car with a new bumper sticker.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
That's
We're
my
live on
mother-in-law.
Unicorn Ride.
That's my mother-in-law, y'all.
Chicago. It's loud. So the bicycle police have resumed slowly going down the sidewalk on the left. So there's been bike police marching along on the left. You want to talk about why you're here today?
Palestine, dude.
Cool. All right. So I
That'd
think
be
we are
crazy.
slowly but surely.
Big prayers. Definitely provocateurs because, as you can see, the Palestinian protesters, the Free Palestine protesters have been peaceful. So you know it's going to be people that's not there for the actual protest. They're there to cause some chaos. That's who's going to be the people. It's not going to be actual people that are just want to protest.
You want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk? Okay. What brings you here today? What have you seen?
I've seen like tremendous unity, organization, tremendous energy. It's been a long night. Here to protest what's happening in Palestine. U.S. imperialism is a global issue. Everything is all connected.
What's
the more
up,
that
girl?
this
How you
goes
doing?
on, the worse everything is going to get for everybody.
So, is there anything that gives you hope? Is there anything that makes you feel positive after these months?
No. I'm so sorry. I wish I could say yes. I think this movement is incredible. I don't see the DNC budging. I do think the DNC is going to win in the election regardless of how this movement pans out. But the numbers here, the energy here, it's incredible to see. Yeah.
Are you from Chicago?
Where is
And
Palestine?
a lot of people have been coming out in Chicago. Can you talk about the city?
What's that?
Have you talked about the city and how people have been coming out about this issue in Chicago? Can you talk about the protests in Chicago?
This is the first protest I've been to of these past 4 days. But I was watching you guys actually cover the ones downtown the other night. Yeah. How has the crowd been compared to the other past nights?
I mean, this might be bigger than the first day. I'm not sure, but it seems like a lot of people.
Okay, great.
Y'all ain't following Kiki. Y'all need to be
Free Palestine.
create some great content. You need to check out Chris Ann's art if you have not done that. Go hit Chris Ann up and check her art out. Chris Ann, put your link in. Kiki, put your link in the chat so everybody can go and follow y'all.
So we've slowly been, we're about to get back to Union Park, so we're finally on the tail end of this thing. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for sharing our work.
Support each other.
You can support our work at unicornriot.ninja/donate. Just a donation. Share our work. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Insta, we're on X, Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon.
Good night. I hope you have a good one. Trini, thank you for tuning in with us. I appreciate you.
You know, it's like independent media. We try
Y'all
to
see that link right there in the chat?
To the people
Go
that are
to
in the middle of this thing.
her YouTube and give her a follow. Give her a sub, man, and hit the like button on the video. Y'all need to go right here. camartistry.com. All right. At Cam Artistry on TikTok. Go there. Check her out. You will not be disappointed. Freedom is free.
Okay, thank you. So we're live right now on Unicorn Riot. What is the
I heard
message
that.
about Philippines?
So, the Philippines has been.
Sorry.
I'm just sick and tired of U.S. militarization and all over the world, including the Philippines. The Philippines is haunted by the U.S., where U.S. says bitches with military, and we're just fed up. We're sick of it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired that this country, going back to the United States, our country doesn't have free healthcare. Who does? Israel. And whose dime? Our fucking dime. If dying kids aren't pissing you off, that should. If you're in medical debt, that should piss you off.
So your sign says Philippines stands with Palestine, right?
Yes,
okay.
I'm Filipino.
Okay. What should people know about American colonialism with the Philippines? In short.
Well, to make it short.
Sorry.
I mean, they've been going there with Spain for at least like 400 years, and a lot of Filipinos are for the U.S. And then there are people that actually understand history that the U.S. just takes advantage of the Philippines. I mean, even talking about why so many nurses are in the United States that are Filipino, that whole shebang. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but fuck Israel. Not Jewish people. I have Jewish descent. There's a difference. Fuck the colony of Israel. I'm sick of the colonies of America, including parts of the Philippines. I just want all of us
fuck up.
I don't know, live, dude.
Anything else you want to add? What have you seen this week? What have you seen this week that got your attention?
It's been like this well before this week.
It's
been like this well before October. It's been like this since well before 2023, since 2021. It's been like this since the 1800s. Obviously, I haven't been alive in the 1800s, but if anyone reads fucking history, you'll know. Free Palestine, please. Not even in a violent way at all. But if it takes violence, it will.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So,
facts.
People are
spitting
cheering.
Facts, my bro. You really been spitting facts, and I love everything you've been saying, bro.
We're back here this is the end of the march. We're back here at Union Park now. It is loud.
Facts, Rose. That's exactly what it is. Need some good eggplant in her life. She'll be all right. I heard that, my bro. They're ramping up. They're getting excited, y'all. Share the live, please. If you have not already, please hit that share button on whatever platform you're watching from. Share it to another platform if you feel so inclined, but please share it out. X, I need y'all. Give me a repost, X.
People are chanting, "I believe we will win." It's a lot of people. There's been a ton of energy out here. We will win. We will win. It's a lot of people. It's high energy.
Well, I want to go to Kamala Harris's speech, if y'all don't mind. Not right now, but when she starts talking. I don't think she started talking yet, but I want to cover that.
A lot of people. That's a lot of people. Thank you all for tuning in. Day 4 of Democratic National Convention protests here in West Chicago. We're at the northwest corner of Union Park. There are thousands of people here. Thousands of people. Bike police are lining the north side. Riot police are lining the streets on the north side. So thank you all for tuning in. Legal observers, medics.
I do, brother. I come live every day, multiple times a day, honestly. But I got some shows that I do every Sunday at the same time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Truth to Set You Free. We do that on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And then I'm live randomly throughout the day, bro. Beyond that. So, but I think I'm going to keep this up doing late night streams.
So riot police are blocking.
I really appreciate that sub, my bro. Thank you. I appreciate all the new subscribers to my YouTube channel, man. Thank you guys. You brought me back to life. Because this was a dead channel. You all have brought me back to life, man. So thank you. By the way, Lip Slayer, man, I'm a J6er. I just came home in February. So my channel been down for 3 years. So just coming home, I got it back together.
There's even more police farther north. So we're definitely trying not to let anybody get north at all. Basically, this is the front of the march here, or one of the main sound systems. So, riot police are blocking Lake Street to the east. So they're blocking it to the east and to the north. In other words, the police are trying to make sure everyone gets funneled back into the park. There are people on the stairs that are watching what's going on. Some people are taking photos out there. We are near a line of marshals who sort of defines the front of the march. A lot of the organizers are right up here at this front area. A lot of big signs. A lot of the main banners right here.
Here comes the cowbell.
It's been a big march. All right.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate
There's
y'all,
a lot
man.
of police.
All of y'all, love y'all, man.
Okay. So they're gonna try to execute a right turn. You see a lot
Guru,
of police.
what's up, my bro?
This is weird, right? The police are blocking the street. The police are blocking Ashland. And so I think they're going to want to try to get everyone into the park and prevent them from being on the street, which has been one of the main tactics that we've seen. This is another one of the main police commanders.
All right, chat froze. I mean the live stream froze, but I just want to say to everybody that's just tuning in that don't know me, all right, my name's Cash Kelly. I am a January 6er. I just came home in February. I was a viral social media influencer in 2020. They deplatformed me. I had 380,000 followers on Facebook. I had 256,000 on Instagram, and they took it from me. So I restarted from scratch. This is me starting from scratch. My channel was dead. You guys have revived it. This is great. I appreciate y'all. So if you could help me keep building it, like the videos, share the videos, and follow me on all platforms, I would greatly appreciate it.
Right in the center of it. So, do you want to talk about why you're here today? You want to see how the week has been? Okay, it's been a long day. Really? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So,
my man.
All right, so this march is moving slowly. The police have made kind of an angled shape to move people leftwards off of Ashland, off of the southbound
I appreciate
lanes
you, Brandon.
side. So
I know you are one more rock. I appreciate you.
The organizers are trying to move people slowly so that they don't get compressed, and they're trying to like work with that police commander over there who's sort of showing them like an angle. And the police have made this angle. The riot police have made this angle, but I would say the riot police don't look tense. I see some of the commanders are right up at the front of that, right there, where our colleague Alex is taking pictures. Right behind them are some of the police commanders that we've been seeing all week are right there behind these organizers that are right here in front of us. So I just sort of would say that the coordination of the police is all happening right here, right in front of us. Right in front of us. You want to talk about why you're here today? You want to talk about this? Okay. All right. You want to talk about why you're here? You want to talk? Yeah, everyone's lost their voice. Everyone's shouted out. Yeah. All right. So it's like
Love you too, Sarah. I appreciate you.
it's like honestly, the police are.
Hey, Guru, I love you too, my bro.
This
Just
a
so
little
you know.
tighter than they needed to, right? The police have made more of a choke point right here than they needed to, because now people are pinched between the stairway and the bus ramp and all this other stuff. So the police have made an excessively narrow space. And I think the organizers are trying to
I appreciate you, Gina.
figure out how they're going to marshal.
Everyone on the side, let's move it.
Hey, Sam, I love you. I'm back now. I ain't going nowhere else. I'm staying here, God willing.
All right. The marshals moved. All right.
All love. I love you too, Clarissa. You already know.
We're over here for Palestine to end the occupation and to get a ceasefire, also to stop the DNC from everything they're doing, because we're not being heard. They're saying that they're going to call for a ceasefire, but that's just all a bunch of lies just to get, the votes and everything. So we're here to show support for Palestine and show that there's something's got to happen, and we need to change with like all the bombings and everything, like the rape, the Palestinian people that are wrongfully imprisoned, and then rape and everything else that's going on. And as you can see, we're out here by the thousands just trying to make a difference with everybody.
What have you seen this week that's caught your attention?
The amount of people that's come out over here to support for Palestine.
I appreciate you, Chicago. Real talk, man.
Face and voice so that there could be a difference being made.
Is there anything that you've seen lately that's given you hope, that's given you a sense of positive?
Yeah, I mean the world is
bless
waking up.
George
A
Michelle.
lot more people are joining all of these things every month. We've been out here for 10
Good
months,
old
like you
days.
said, and there's a lot more people showing up every single time. A lot of people are waking up and seeing all the bullshit and seeing through all the propaganda that's been put out.
Are you from Chicago?
Yes, I am.
Has Chicago been coming out? Can you talk about Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago's always been coming out. We've been coming out. I've been coming to protest in Chicago since 2008. And it's 2024 right now. I'm 26 years old. I've been coming here.
That motherfucker is not from Chicago. You could hear it in his voice.
Over here is out of this world. It's amazing.
That is not a Chicago. Look,
no, free Palestine. That's it.
nah,
Thank you very
bro.
much. Thank you,
I
man.
guarantee you, he's not from Chicago. You can you ask anybody in Chicago when they hear somebody talk,
All right.
you know.
So the
if
march
they from
is slowly
Chicago or
moving
not.
back. We've
He's not
got
from
the
Chicago.
marshals
He might
right
be from
behind
suburb
us.
or something.
It's a bit of a squeeze, right? There's a squeeze going with the police. Easy.
Here we go.
All right. So large black flag over us. Marshals right here.
Too big time.
So the police. So like basically the
appreciate that
police
second,
made this
bro.
whole process slower than they needed to, right? Because if you look to our left, the police have already taken up this whole lane, right? And they've
Facts.
created a sort of wedge shape. But the wedge shape is really much narrower than it needs to be. And that's created a pinch because there's a metal fence on the left. And so a huge march is being put in a constricted pinch point by the police, which has slowed down the whole process. These corners did not take so long to negotiate. Last night, the same corner got made. And so we're just sort of waiting around, essentially, really because the police have made this space too narrow. Hey, Alex, what have you seen today? You can take it.
I mean, so I was overhearing some of
No, I don't got
the
it live over there on
conversations
TikTok.
that were
If you want,
happening
Kiki, you can stream
like a
it.
few moments ago. Just like nights ago, the marshals here, some of them who work with the Justice Department, honestly seem to kind of mirror what the police are doing to some degree. Not only are they literally kind of look like them with their vests, but some of their actions, frankly, are similar to to law enforcement. Just objectively, they are acting similar to law enforcement. And then we've spoken to some activists today. At least I did. I interviewed someone who echoed that sentiment of feeling like they were being policed by those folks. But either way, yeah, there have been thousands of people marching today, as this is the last day of the DNC. There's a group here today that I didn't notice previously, a big contingent of veterans who are actually against what's happening in Palestine, against the U.S. military and the U.S. government aiding in the genocide happening there, is what they were describing, these U.S. military veterans. And so that was really interesting, seeing a big contingent of them here today during this march. So that seemed like it was new. And I mean, you know, still hundreds and hundreds of law enforcement here.
Oh man, he losing sound.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's dark now. The sun's down. It's about 9 p.m. And the rally today started at about 3:30. Wait, 3:35. Started at 5. Sorry, 3:30 was yesterday. The rally today started at about 5 p.m.
I do try.
And then the march.
I could be better though, for sure.
You know, started, and the march has been going on for, I'd say, almost 2 hours, to be honest. We're being told to watch out and to move back by the marshals as the march is continuing to move toward the park, but they're trying to maintain space on the street still.
Let's go to the sidewalk.
We're going to shift to the sidewalk here. It's a bit crowded right now. People are kind of being squished off into the sidewalk, but folks are chanting, "Killer Kamala is her name."
and killing children is her game.
Yo, man,
Some
I love
folks
y'all.
I was
Just so
talking
you know,
to today
y'all
also
make me feel
were
good,
talking
man. I
about how
appreciate y'all.
Kamala is currently in a role in leadership where she could right now
All right, Patty, have a good night. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I
use
really
her voice
appreciate
and
you.
use her power to stop aid in Israel. So, you know, it's not just whether she gets elected or not. She currently is the vice president, and she does have some power. And so that's what some folks were saying today, that it's not just a potential future thing she could do. It's something she could do right now. So yeah, there are thousands of people here still marching this evening in Chicago, Illinois, protesting the Democratic National Convention.
I'll give you my email. I'm gonna put
This
my email
is
in
the
the
fourth
chat.
and final day of the convention. And there have been protests every single day this week, varying in degrees of rowdiness. There have been some break-off marches and break-off protests that have happened where interactions with police have been a bit more feistier and
Everything
rowdier.
goes back into the channel, y'all. Thank you.
This is what seems to be more of a
That's my
tamer
email. Anybody
march.
trying to reach me?
And a lot of the marches and protests that have happened all week have had a strong message of free
I just heard
Palestine,
this the
like
way
they're
you meant
chanting
it.
right now.
Camel toe started on the bottom, now she's here. I love you too, Jennifer.
So the march is turning back into Union
Love
Park
you, girl.
right
Thank
now.
you. I appreciate you. Real talk.
And on the left
You just got to
are the contingent of rabbis opposed to Zionism who have been here all week. These rabbis have been marching every day this week. And we spoke with them yesterday, I believe. And they were talking about how the tradition and history of Judaism is actually against Zionism and against statehood, such is Israel. So, like, some of their signs talk about that. They say authentic rabbis always oppose Zionism and the state of Israel. And as you can see, they have Palestinian flags. Two people have
I appreciate you, Gina. Everybody, please go and
Palestinian
go
ribbon
page,
scarves. Marshals seem to be yelling more at people, but it seems like the march is moving forward again. There are multiple different sections of the march. The first half of the march arrived about 30 minutes ago at the park, and some of those people already left the area. This is like the second half of the march, which is still really massive. And there are multiple different banners. So this banner is an official March on the DNC 2024 one. And the March on the DNC 2024 is a coalition of over 200 different groups that are protesting the DNC this week. So the march is still continuing toward Union Park, but is going in different sections, as I was just describing, because there are different sections with different types of banners in front, which is why the march has been taking such a long time, but also with the purpose of taking up as much space as possible for as long as possible and making as much noise for as long as possible, hoping that folks inside the convention center, which is only a blocks away, will be able to hear them. There is a police line behind on the other side of the road where folks are on right now, and folks are turning into Union Park. There are still hundreds of bicycle police here, in addition to hundreds of police on foot. There are also a lot of Chicago police inside the metro station and standing on top of the metro station bridge or overpass. They've been there for a little while now. We also spoke with some folks from Ohio. Separately from the stream, I interviewed a small contingent from one of three encampments, pro-Palestinian encampments, that is actually still ongoing in the United States. I spoke with them earlier tonight, so hopefully we'll get some media about them coming out soon, but they were talking about how it's over 120 days of their encampment happening somewhere in Ohio. I forget the exact city, but so that we spoke with them earlier. And so there are all different types of...
Hold on, you guys. I got another live. 1 sec, you guys. I got a better live right up front. And this is live, and this is from Chicago. Like, these are Chicagoans that's doing this live. So 1 sec, let me pull it up. Chicago. What is it? Chi-Town. Crime chasers. Live. Where's it at? Here we go. Most recent. Oh man, he went off. Dang, he was right up front too. All right. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm going back. He was right up front too. Dang, I wish I would have caught that. Dang. Dang, I really want this live. One second, guys. Sorry. All right, there we go. Live. Shit, where'd it go? Damn it. My bad, y'all. Give me 1 sec. Unicorn riot. There we go. All right, I found it. Here we go.
So in addition to a lot of the similar signs and banners that we're seeing that say "End U.S. aid to Israel, stand with Palestine," we've also been seeing a lot of artwork on display, including some puppets, like really large puppets. I'm seeing a few different missiles in the distance. One says, trying to read it, it says $450 million spent And they've only, it's hard to read, but they're saying facts, I think, about how much money is being spent on US aid to Israel.
I was struggling over here, y'all. My bad. I'm catching up on these comments.
And of course, tonight there are still hundreds, if not thousands, of Palestinian flags flying. Intifada revolution is being chanted. There's another missile cutout
This
over
is
here.
Chicago.
I'm trying to read what
In
it says.
Chicago.
One of the sides, it says equals 386 CTA buses. $224 million spent. Yeah, 224 million spent equals 386 CTA buses is what that one cutout says.
I'm gonna cover the Kamala speech, guys. Just by the
The
way,
other
just so
side
you
of
know.
it says 14,000 2K pound bombs have been sent to Israel. So this is in front of Union Park in Chicago, Illinois. There are still hundreds of protesters rallying. At the height of the rally and march today, there were thousands of people. It has dwindled a bit, but there are still a lot of protesters here this evening.
Good night, Kiki. Y'all go give her a follow, y'all. She's dope. You'll love her content, I promise. I love her content. This one. Come on, this hat. Re-elect that motherfucker. That's signed by Ted Nugent. You can't get it. This is hat is 4 years old.
Folks are
Just keep it
chanting
clean.
"Long live
I wore this when I went into
Palestine."
Capitol on January 6th.
So what we're showing right now is only part of the march and the crowd. There are still some folks are congregating in Union Park, which is behind us.
Yeah, I just tried to go to it right now, but they're not live no more. They ended their live.
All right, the rest of the
CCC
march
Crime
now
Chase,
seems to be going into Union Park.
Crime Chase. I follow them.
The puppet. So that's actually a puppet of Kamala Harris. Yeah, so that's a puppet of Kamala with red ribbons hanging from her hands, which seem to signify blood on her hands. So yeah, that last section of the march is now moving into Union Park in Chicago, Illinois, where there are even more protesters converging.
Man, in Chicago, they can stay out as late as they want.
There might be some more speakers or some more programming happening. Unclear at this point, but...
All right, everybody, so check me out real quick, right? I'm about to sign off real quick. It's going to be real quick, all right? I'm signing off, and I'm going live right back again, all right? So give me not even 5 minutes. I'm signing off. I'm going to end this live. I'm coming live again, all right? We're going to cover this and the Kamala Harris speech, if everybody's cool with that, all right? I love y'all, man. I really do. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me. Thank you so much for sharing this stuff out. I'll be right back, all right? We're going to end the live right here, though. Thank you all for the super chats, man. That shit was amazing. Thank you. It helps, all right? Appreciate you.